Averroes, the Black Moor who lit Europe's Renaissance, but they erased his name. They told you Europe rediscovered Aristotle. They celebrate Da Vinci, Aquinas, the great thinkers who sparked the Renaissance. But what if I told you before any of them stood a Black Moor whose mind preserved the ancient world? A man whose brilliance lit the flame Europe would later claim as its own. His name was Averroes, or as history tried to bury him, Ibn Rushd, the jewel of Al-Andalus. The year was 1126. In the heart of Córdoba, Moorish Spain, a city glittered while much of Europe drowned in ignorance and decay. Here, under the rule of the Moors, libraries soared, holding texts from Egypt, Greece, Persia, and beyond. Córdoba was the light of the world, a center where Muslim, Jewish, African, and Christian scholars studied side by side. And in this fountain of knowledge, a young Black Moor named Averroes was born, the grandson of a legal scholar, the son of a respected judge. But Averroes would go far beyond their footsteps, becoming the living bridge between the ancient world and the Europe yet to awaken. The master of many sciences, Averroes mastered what few could even comprehend. Medicine, where he authored one of the most important medical texts of the medieval world. Astronomy, where he recalibrated the movements of the planets. Law, where he interpreted complex systems of justice. And above all, philosophy. While Europe still banned the works of Aristotle, Averroes devoted his life to studying, interpreting, and expanding upon the Greek master's ideas. His commentaries didn't simply explain Aristotle, they revived him. And those ideas would travel far beyond Al-Andalus. Forbidden knowledge crosses the borders. The Catholic Church in Europe declared Aristotle dangerous, heretical. But even as the Church banned his works, European scholars hungered for truth. In secret, Averroes' writings were smuggled north, into Paris, into Florence, into Oxford. Monks, philosophers, and future Renaissance thinkers copied his commentaries by candlelight, often risking excommunication. And as they read, their minds were reshaped. It was Averroes who taught them how to think critically, how to question, how to reason. His words would echo into the classrooms of Aquinas, into the studies of Da Vinci, into the very heart of what Europe would call its Renaissance, the erasure. But when the story was retold, when Europe sang songs of its rebirth, they erased his face. The Renaissance was credited to Europe's fair-skinned philosophers. The Moor who carried the torch through centuries of darkness was quietly buried beneath the pages. His name faded, his face forgotten, the legacy they can't bury. But the truth still whispers through history's cracks. Without Averroes, there is no Aquinas. Without the Moors of Al-Andalus, there is no European Renaissance. The Moors weren't guests in Europe's rise. They were its architects. They were its guardians of knowledge. And no amount of erasure can bury that forever. They told you Europe's geniuses were fair-skinned. But the truth was swarthy, black and brilliant. Subscribe if you're ready for the real history.